guys, so today is weigh-in day. I don't have a scale still that is working. I stepped on my old scale and did the add 7 pounds thing like my mom told me to do, and it said that I was 232. I don't know. If we go to my mother-in-law's on Sunday, I will confirm that by stepping on her scale. Halfway through the week, I decided that I am going to cut dairy out completely, even cheese. I know, right? Like, oh my God. I successfully switched over to almond milk. However, I am thinking about going to soy milk from there, but it's whatever. Anyhow, so from here, I need to find some vegan butter because butter is like a staple. I hate that I love butter so much. But then also cheese and yogurt. I'm gonna have to find some sort of alternative. However, yesterday I didn't eat any cheese. I did eat butter, and I felt super bloated at the end of the day and just not feeling so great. And aside from the butter, that was like everything I ate was pretty much more or less healthy. Today, I haven't had any dairy at all, not even butter. I seasoned my rice differently, and I really enjoyed it actually. When I did the potato challenge, I just always start my day by making mashed potatoes because I just loved it so much, having mashed potatoes to microwave and eat when I became really hungry. And it's like a really nice food to just have in your fridge to be able to just eat at random. A lot of vegetarian, gluten-free, and vegan, gluten-free, whichever, foods take a long time to prepare, and since I am not eating processed foods as much as I was, it's just nice having something easy and quick and in the fridge. Anyhow, right now I'm waiting for my veggie burgers to cook, and this is actually kind of really awkward to shoot this right now because there are guys working outside cutting down the trees, and I don't know. I don't want to look over and see if they're looking at me and laughing at me, but I feel like it's probably a possibility. That's another thing. My landlord has removed all the trees off of the property, and some of them I know the reason why. He's going to put in a little parking area. We are the only people who rent this house, but there's a rental behind us. And we're always fighting with the neighbors for parking in front of our house, which is ridiculous because they have an entire block in front of their house too. Entire half of a block or whatever. Yet they're always parking in front of our house. They're huge trucks. Anyway, I'm not gonna be. Anyhow, so this week I did not do the best at the beginning. I was having a lot of trouble with the cheese thing. Like, sometimes you know something is bad for you and you just kind of love it so much that you're like in denial that it's bad for you and you don't want to stop doing it because you love it so much. I don't know. I just realized that cheese is the main thing that I eat that is fatty, bad for me, and whatever, and it is causing me to not lose weight. I just had to admit that to myself. Oh, I gotta flip my burger. God, I couldn't get rid of honey. And like, I use a lot of beeswax because I make candles as a hobby, sometimes a profession. I do a lot of crafting, and I like crochet and knit hats and scarves and sweaters and slippers and stuff, and I sell them, and I sew, and I just, my friends used to call me Homemaker Barbie. Anyhow, so pretty much there are just some things that I couldn't give up fully, and that is why I could never be fully vegan in title. I can't say that I'm vegan, but I would like to have the diet of a vegan with the exception of honey and eggs. Anyhow, I just babble so much sometimes when I'm making these videos. Yeah, so basically this week went pretty good. Like, emotionally, it wasn't a roller coaster like the week previously. It was super busy though because my son is in a play at school, and the Missoula Children's Theater does this thing where they go to a school and they take a week and they have the children rehearse and practice, and then at the end of the week on the Saturday they do a production at the school. And I'm so proud of him because not every kid got picked, but he did. And he has ADHD. I mean, like, we all have it in my family. It's like the curse. And so I was really worried that he wouldn't be able to participate because sometimes he cannot focus. He has a lot of trouble listening and following directions, especially like if the direction is too complex. So anyway, he's been doing that, which means that our 8 o'clock bedtime, I put them in bed at 7:30. He's allowed to read a book until 8, and then it's lights out. Usually though, because of his medication, he's asleep by 7:45. So it's really weird to have to pick him up from school at 8 because usually he's in bed by that time. Anyhow, so it's been a really, really busy, crazy week. Yeah, I'm just really babbly this week. Apparently I said I was going to keep this sweet and short, but there are a couple things that I do really want to talk about. First thing is that I've been noticing that everybody hit their peak. The high of the new year has worn off. Everybody hit their depression spell, and I've been seeing a lot of that in a lot of these weight loss channels that I follow and in myself. And it's so sad that happens because the New Year high is absolutely wonderful. You can get so much done. It's like the most productive sort of natural high there is. But then it wears off and suddenly it's hard again. I'm trying to combat that. I have pulled myself out of the depression hole, and I'm starting to be so much more productive, and I really want to make a video talking about like all of the people that I follow pretty much have done these videos talking about their depression and anxieties and all of that, and I think that I might make one. I'm not really sure. That's one of those things that it's really hard to talk about, and so a lot of people just don't talk about it. But in my family there is a long history of it. Like, as I've mentioned in a video before, my father killed himself, and that was really hard and really rough for a time, and sometimes I think about making a video about that to help other people who are going through the loss of somebody to suicide. But at the same time, it's like those feelings are so personal and so hard to talk about that I don't know if it'll trigger a depression spell, and I surely don't want that. I don't know if I'm going to do that. But if that's something that you're interested in hearing about, the story of that, then let me know in the comments. If you have any questions for me, just feel free to ask them. I'm an open book. I am really honest. I am really blunt sometimes. I appreciate honesty, and I appreciate information and communication, and yeah. So there's also 2 other things that I want to talk about, but I will have to do that later because this chainsaw's loud, and I heard the oven beep a moment ago, and I just kept talking anyway. So yeah, I will come back after I eat my lunch.
Today is birthday Edward.
Okay, shh. So I did so good all day, and then we went somewhere, and
Hey, Matthew Edward.
I don't exactly know. I just ate cheese anyway, and gluten, and it was not good. I drank a glass of wine, and then my judgment was so bad. I definitely learned from it. I need to quit doing this, though. I hate that feeling of bloat. I hate the feeling of, like, it's like a setback and I shouldn't get too upset about it, but I did so good for most of the day, and then half a glass of wine in and suddenly I'm just making bad decisions. And it was like, I don't drink alcohol that much, but it was like half a glass of Moscato. Like, that can't have a high alcohol content. I don't know. The best thing that I can do, though, is be better tomorrow. Do better. Try harder and just, make it worth it. Here's hoping that I have the willpower. I definitely don't want to feel like this anymore. My body just feels so awful right now. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say. I just felt like I should document this moment of weakness.